What's up, all you spirits of vengeance loving dudes and dudettes? ToyShiz here, and I'm back yet again to give you guys another Retro-Shiz look back at the past, and today we are checking out the 1995 Ghostrider Flame Glow Wave 2 set. A lot of great characters in this. A couple Ghostriders, a Johnny Blaze or two, a very interesting Johnny Blaze. This is a very 90s set of action figures. Everyone looks like they went and shopped at Hot Topic, Spencer's Gifts. They're having a blast. A little Terminator ripoff here and there. But man, oh man, were these a lot of fun. And the fact that all of them had some kind of glow-in-the-dark and action feature, that's really what made it. That's what made this wave fun. Very short-lived toy line, unfortunately. Only 2 waves, and then a wave of motorcycles, and then a couple other little minute sort of toys here and there. Even some 10-inch figures, too. We might get into those. Who knows? I haven't gotten a hold of those just yet. But I figured, hey, why not? Let's talk about Wave 2. So, just FYI, I haven't forgotten about the little contest I ran last week. This is to win a official Riboblito over on Instagram, a Spider-Man the Animated Series head portrait, Lizard, or your pick of the 2 Venoms. You got Little Venom, the Lizard, and of course, the Big Venom head. So that will be coming up shortly, just in a little bit later on in the video. So stay tuned, sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice hot cup of Ghostfire. This is the 1995 Toybiz Spirits of Vengeance Flame and Glow Ghostrider Wave 2. Of course, to start it off, this line fairly focused on Danny Ketch, but we'll start it off with Johnny Blaze this time. This is the exploding Ghostfire chest Ghostrider, and you can tell this Ghostrider because, well, he's covered in hellfire. Yeah, that's really how you kind of differentiate it. Also, his chest explodes, kind of, sort of, for the most part, but this does highly resemble the Wave 1 Ghostrider Danny Ketch figure. Just a couple things here and there. Less spikes, we'll just say that. But because of his chest functionality thing, he does highly resemble Rob Liefeld's depiction of Captain America. Did Rob Liefeld design this figure? Because it's a Ghostrider figure wave, of course he's got his wrists that turn, you can move his legs out, you can fit him on any of the motorcycles, so I like that little touch. Even though he is riding Danny Ketch's motorcycle, it really just applies to any Ghostrider. I really like that. But again, in terms of the articulation, it's the basic, you know, he's got swivels at the wrists, his arms, his legs, everything's got a joint to it. And you'll notice on the back right here, you push this, and this is where his exploding chest happens. Really exciting. The doors of his chest will actually come off, and if you're looking for this figure, good luck finding one with the doors. I'm just telling you that. That's like the big thing. And when you're differentiating between Johnny Blaze and Danny Ketch, Johnny likes the flame look, Danny Ketch is more spikes, so you pick your motorcycle fetish. That's basically it. But this figure is actually a lot of fun. Yeah, his little mechanism doesn't work the best. It's not really exploding. And he is supposed to come with 2 glow-in-the-dark chains. Unfortunately, they've been lost to time. But still, this Ghostrider will make for a great Ghostrider on your Ghostrider shelf. Ghostrider. Now, next up is the Outcast figure. And this guy, he's a bit of a baddie for old Ghostrider. Think Wolverine, Ghostrider villain guy. Bit of a feral beast. Does Zarathos' bidding, anything he wants. Really nice face sculpt to him. Has a skull belt, as one does. You know what I mean? Probably the bones of his enemies. And he doesn't like to wear shoes. But again, everything is sculpted nicely. Nice colors, really stands out. Nice silhouette to him. Really longer arms, shorter legs. So he is more of a beastie guy. Party in the back, party in the front. A little bit of a helicopter landing pad on top. Nice hairstyle. Very 90s. And he comes with 2 accessories. If you wanted to know what the Ghostrider heads look like unpainted, well, they stuck one in this cage. You can see that up close. That's actually a very nice touch. Of course, they actually still do that to this day. And of course, he comes with a bone claw snap-on wrist accessory, and he holds them both very nicely. You can put the snap-on accessory on either arm, but because he's only got one weapon-holding hand, stick it on this arm right here. And it does work good. I really like, it's a very different sort of accessory. You can see where they kind of reuse things here and there, especially coming up with the armored Johnny Blaze. But again, very interesting just to see this character. It's one we've never seen before again for action figures, but this is basically what he does. You just kind of move his arms up and down. It'll whip the cage. It'll whip the bone protrusion thing. he can hit his enemies pretty good. It's actually a pretty cool effect. When you want to go up against Ghostrider, of course, just lift his arm and you can just, boom, hit him. Are you kidding me? I take back all the stuff I just said. He can't whip anything. There we go. That's the simplest way to do it. Just give old Ghostrider a clock to the face. You'll take him down real easily. But again, very cool to see. I wouldn't mind seeing a Ghostrider wave, for Legends coming up. That would be amazing. Very cool. Add Outcast to it. You get him all kinds of crazy poses. Definitely recommend this guy. Now, what happens when you have the powers of the Ghostrider and then you lose the powers of the Ghostrider? Well, this Armored Blaze action figure, Johnny Blaze, found out the hard way. He started having all kinds of weird powers here and there. Went to the Caretaker. Caretaker fastened him this suit of armor kind of thing. Look at that hairstyle, man. That is some golden locks right there. Anyways, now he's able to harness those lingering powers, and eventually he gets his powers back. Spoilers, sorry. But on the back, you can see a screw with a battery pack. I'll show you what that does in just a second. Very Terminator-like for Johnny Blaze, but it's got that old-fashioned 90s Toybiz touch with the adjoining pieces that you snap on. He's even got one heck of a Hellfire chain and also a shotgun attached to it, and it fits right onto his belt. Again, kind of reusing the chain from Outcast and hooking onto the shotgun, but he holds it well. It's very cool. We still got some lingering Hellfire spilling out of Johnny's arm. That's what the arm plate is for. Simply just hooks right onto him. His leg piece as well covers up everything perfectly, I will just say. Look how great that just flushes with the figure. Come on, it's the 90s, man. This was fun. And that hole in the eye, well, he's got a piece for that as well, and it just looks all kinds of just fantastic. He's doing his best Phantom of the Opera impression. That is just terrible. But dang, it's so 90s, you know what I mean? Much like the other Ghostrider figures from the wave prior, wave 1, wave 2. He's got all the same articulation. He has at the arms, the legs. The legs will go out. You can put him onto the other motorcycles if you wanted to get them. Push the button on the back. Make sure you got batteries, and he will light up as all holy heck. I can't believe it's still bright after all these years, but that is fantastic to see. Honestly, this one is one of my most favorite of the two waves. He's different. He's got all kinds of light up features. Glow in the dark. Let's push it again just for fun. To see him up against his Ghostrider counterpart, yeah, they got the flames glowing on. Just can't recommend this guy enough. Definitely grab yourself an Armored Blaze. Now, when Ghostrider gets into a situation and he just has to all of a sudden explode himself? Well, look no further than the original Ghostrider, Johnny Blaze, and all his blue-suited action glory. Except this Ghostrider, when he's in a sticky situation, or if you want to go off an old comic storyline, yes, he can explode and put himself back together. On mine, though, his jaw is always a little bit off right there. It looks like Zarathos just really clocked him right in the face. You see that right there? But he's got more Hellfire going on around his head. He's got that really sweet old-fashioned blue costume, although he does have the fire around his waist. Kind of looks like his chain. Kinda, sorta. And he has a little button on the back. He comes with this accessory. It's supposed to be like a shield, a fire. It works. For the most part, it works. It just kind of turn it around. It basically just fits over his wrists, and he holds it. This guy is one of those figures, though, that drives me crazy. And the reason being is that with his little exploding type action, nothing really fits perfectly into place. Sure, when you push the button, it'll work great, and we'll get to that in just a second. But just posing him and just having him just like this, he holds the accessory very nicely. And here I'll show you, just kind of pull it off his wrist. Now, when you want to do this, I'm just saying, this is what I mean. His arm is going to come off regardless. His waist will pop off, whatever. You push the button on his back, this big lever, just kind of hold him right around the waist right here, upper chest, we'll say. Push the button and he'll just go to pieces, except for his arm, which you just kind of, there you go. And you're left with nothing but a flaming torso. Sure, he likes to go all to pieces on you, but this is a really good example of an old-fashioned Ghostrider done in that Toybiz style, and you can't beat the old blue costume. Finally brings us to the final figure of Ghostrider Wave 2, as Cal Dodd would say, scum like Zarathos, or however Wolverine would say it. A really cool looking figure. He comes with 2 projectiles. I'll show you how that works in just a second. Elegant looking colors. He's got purples, pinks, blues. He's got one heck of a really cool, he's got like a chicken, it's like a chicken hand. You know what I mean? Chicken foot sort of head. Really cool cape. He's got 2 holes in the back. That aids in his projectile firing action. 2 large fists, of course, kind of limits hand articulation. He's got some Hellfire projectiles, which are very cool, nicely painted. They simply just fit into his hands, at the top of his hands. I've never seen this gimmick before. All right, I've seen it once before. Spider-Man the Animated Series is Shocker, but as you can see, yeah, while it's the same sort of function, it's a really nice play feature, especially for saying going up against Ghostrider and having a villain that actually shoots out something. That's actually pretty cool to see, and you simply just you limit the articulation, unfortunately, in the arms, much like we got with Shocker, but you simply just put the projectiles through his arm, through his cape, aim it at the closest Ghostrider. We'll see if this fire shield does anything, and all right, well, at least we took a hand, an arm from Ghostrider. This thing, it's funny. That's the same way with the Shocker, man. All right, so basically, let's just do the Outcast thing. Just knock Ghostrider out. Again, much like the Armored Blaze, this one is top-notch. Very cool, very fun, a great villain for Ghostrider. It's the sculpt, it's the face, the teeth, the eyes, just an awesome-looking figure. And what kind of Ghostrider figures would these be if they didn't glow in the dark? So just simply put them up towards the light, flip the switch, and bingo! You got yourself some great glow-in-the-dark figures. Still work after all these years. Just fantastic to see all the little nuances, all the different parts that they decided to make. Flame glow, skulls, Hellfire, you name it, they got it. And of course, no Ghostrider figure would be complete without an accompanying comic book. Very cool after all these years, showcases each of the figures. You gotta have these, they're just a lot of fun. If you're looking for more villains for Ghostrider, one that have appeared in the comics, look to Spider-Man the Animated Series and other off-and Toybiz lines. You get Scarecrow, Dormammu, Mad Jack, and don't forget the big one, of course, Galactus. You gotta have a Galactus. The old Toybiz one lights up, does all that crazy stuff. We all know how that went with Ghostrider. Wink, wink. And here it is. This is the moment you guys have all been waiting for. Thank you to everyone who entered the contest. We had over 100 entries, so you can see all the names. Yes, I did take all the time to write out everyone's name. And of course, this is what you win. The winner gets their choice of the small Venom, the large Venom, or the lizard head. This is very exciting. I'm trying to maneuver the camera and do this at the same time. Let's rustle around. Let's find the name. Here we go. Okay, let's pick this one. Let's see. All right, here we go. Let's unveil this. Ooh, here we go. Congratulations to Miller Severn. You have won the first giveaway. You get your choice of all 3 heads. Let's see. Let's go through real fast. Make sure you did everything correctly. All right, let's see. Where is your name? Where's your name? Here you are. The Neogenic Recombinator. Perfect. Lizard head. And that looks like, well, I'll make sure that's the one you want. Thank you again for entering. And thank you again to everyone who participated. Look to my Instagram tomorrow. I'll be doing another giveaway for the remaining head, whichever Miller wants to pick. But again, congratulations. You are a big winner. And thank you to Riboblito for hosting the event. Amazing custom sculpts. Please go and check out his work on his Instagram. Link in the description below. So that's going to do it for the Ghostrider Wave 2. So many different figures, so many cool figures, a lot of Ghostrider figures, but some great ones, great memories, glow-in-the-dark features, projectiles, exploding chests, really everything you'd want to see in a Ghostrider toy line. And I still have one more video left for Ghostrider, the Cycles and Riders, although I'm still looking for the Johnny Blaze one. That's the only one I don't have. That's the one that's elusive. So if you know of anyone, or if you have it yourself and you're looking to get rid of it, well, let me know. Let's talk some toys there. I'm curious to know what you guys think about this Wave 2 that we just went over. Do you have it? Do you need to get it? Comment below. Let me know. Let's talk everything Ghostrider. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food. But most importantly, remember, toys, old, new, what have you, there's nothing better than some good old-fashioned simplistic toys that glow in the dark, and if they happen to have a motorcycle riding skull guy as the main character, yeah, that's a win-win situation. And when you do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.